Imagine waking up one morning and discovering that a third of the world's trees are gone. Forests you grew up with, gone. The air feels heavier, the climate more unstable, entire ecosystems collapsing like dominoes. Now here's the terrifying truth. This isn't a future scenario. It's happening right now. According to the IUCN Global Tree Assessment, 38% of all tree species on Earth are at risk of extinction. That's more than 16,000 species. More than all threatened birds, mammals, reptiles, and amphibians combined. Today, we're diving into the silent crisis of mass tree extinction. Why it's happening, what it means for humanity, and most importantly, what you can do to help stop it. Stay with me until the end, because the solutions might surprise you. The crisis we're ignoring. Let me ask you something. When was the last time you thought about trees? Not forests, not climate change, just trees. Most of us walk past them without noticing. But trees are the backbone of life on Earth. They give us oxygen. They regulate rainfall. They cool the planet. They store carbon. They support 80% of all land-based biodiversity. They feed us, heal us, shelter us, and yet they're disappearing. The Global Tree Assessment, led by Botanic Gardens Conservation International, assessed more than 47,000 tree species. The result? 1 in 3 is threatened with extinction. Trees don't scream. They don't run. They don't make headlines. They simply vanish. What's driving mass tree extinction? Let's break down the biggest threats based on verified data from IUCN, WWF, and the Global Tree Assessment. 1. Deforestation and land use change. This is the #1 killer. Forests are being cleared for agriculture, cattle ranching, urban expansion, mining, and infrastructure. WWF reports that deforestation causes 10% of global carbon emissions, more than all the world's cars. 2. Illegal logging. High-value hardwoods like rosewood and ebony are being cut faster than they can regrow. WWF calls illegal logging a major driver of extinction. 3. Invasive pests and diseases. Island ecosystems are especially vulnerable. The IUCN notes that island trees have the highest proportion of threatened species. 4. Climate change. Rising temperatures, longer droughts, stronger storms, sea level rise. Climate change is pushing many species beyond their survival limits. 5. Overexploitation. Trees used for fuel, medicine, and construction are being harvested unsustainably. 6. Habitat fragmentation. Even when forests remain, they're often broken into isolated patches, making species more vulnerable. Why this matters to you? Let's make this personal. Trees protect our climate. They absorb carbon dioxide. When they die, that carbon goes back into the atmosphere. Trees protect our water. They regulate rainfall. They prevent floods. They keep rivers alive. Trees protect our food. 70% of crops rely on forest-dependent pollinators. Trees protect our health. Many modern medicines come from trees. Lose species, and we lose potential cures. Trees protect our future. Forests are home to millions of species. When trees disappear, ecosystems collapse. This isn't just an environmental issue, it's a human survival issue. Global hotspots of tree extinction. According to the Global Tree Assessment, the regions with the highest number of threatened tree species include Brazil, Indonesia, Madagascar, Malaysia, China, tropical Africa. Island nations like Hawaii, Madagascar, and New Caledonia are especially vulnerable. And even in New Zealand, where I am based, iconic species like kauri are threatened by dieback disease. Tree extinction is a global crisis. No country is immune. Stories of trees on the brink. Let's bring this crisis to life with real examples. The African baobab. Some are over 2,000 years old. Many are dying due to climate change. New Zealand's kauri threatened by a soil-borne pathogen. Once these giants fall, they're gone forever. Madagascar's ebony and rosewood targeted by illegal logging. Entire species disappearing from the wild. The Franklin tree extinct in the wild, survives only in cultivation. These stories remind us, extinction isn't theoretical, it's happening now. What we can still do. Here's the good news, we can still stop mass tree extinction, but it requires action from governments, communities, and individuals. Let's break down the solutions. 1. Protect existing forests. Stopping deforestation is the most effective solution. Governments must enforce laws, expand protected areas, support indigenous land rights, regulate timber trade. Individuals can help by choosing sustainable products. 2. Restore degraded forests. Reforestation works when done right. Support organizations like BGCI, WWF, Eden Reforestation Projects, and One Tree Planted. Plant native species, plant climate-resilient species, plant for biodiversity. 3. Support scientific research. The global tree assessment is ongoing. More research means better conservation strategies. 4. Reduce consumption of unsustainable products. Avoid illegal timber palm oil from deforested land, charcoal from endangered species. Look for certifications like FSC, PEFC. 5. Advocate for policy change. Your voice matters. Push for stronger climate policies, forest protection laws, corporate accountability. 6. Support indigenous communities. Indigenous peoples protect 80% of the world's remaining biodiversity. Supporting them means supporting forests. 7. Plant trees. Locally, even one tree makes a difference. Plant in your backyard, your school, your workplace, your community. 8. Raise awareness, share videos like this. Talk about the issue. Educate others. Awareness drives action. Now I want to hear from you. Have you ever planted a tree? What's your favorite tree species? Did you know that so many trees were at risk? Tell me in the comments. Your engagement helps spread this message further. The urgency of now. Here's the truth. We are the last generation with the power to stop mass tree extinction. If we fail, the consequences will echo for centuries. But if we act right now, we can protect the forests that sustain life on Earth. Imagine a world where forests are thriving, species are recovering, climate change is slowing, communities are empowered, children grow up surrounded by nature. This future is possible, but only if we choose it. If this message opened your eyes, then do 3 things. Subscribe, join a community fighting for the planet. Share, help spread awareness. Take one action today, plant a tree, donate, advocate, or simply talk about this issue. Because the world's trees can't speak for themselves, but you can. Together, we can stop mass tree extinction. Together, we can protect the future.